Hello out there to you. In this problem, we're going to figure out what the optimal bundle for this person to purchase with. In this case, we've got what's called a utility map. So it's a little bit different than what you might have seen in other problems. So we've got quantity of books, 1, 2, 3, 4, or sorry, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Quantity of copies, 0. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then this in here gives the total utility based on that combination. So for example, 0 coffees and 0 books get you 0 utility. That makes sense because you bought nothing. And then the most utility would be the most coffee and the most books. That would be 4 books and 4 coffees give you 84. And then so everything in between gives you a different level of utility, or at least this person, Mara. Okay, determine how much of each good she will consume if she has $20 and the price of books is 10 and the price of coffee is 3. So because I'm in Excel here, I can color what's affordable. So if she has $20, the most she could do would be 2 books. So she could do this one. This one's affordable, so make that yellow. Okay, but she cannot do 2 books and 1 coffee. Okay. Now she can do 1 book and 0 coffees. That's affordable. She can do 1 book and 1 coffee. That would be her spending $13. Right? She can do 1 book and 2 coffees. That would be $16. She can do 1 book and 3 copies. That would be $19. But she cannot do 12 dollars worth of coffee and $1 worth of books. Okay. Now coming on down here, she can afford 4 copies because that would just be $12. Okay. And she can afford all of these below. I'm not really gonna do that one because that's, you don't need to know that. Okay, so now we're just gonna look and see which of the affordable ones is the best one, and so that would be right here. So the answer to that question would be 1 book and 3 coffees. Oops. She will spend actually only $19, so she has $1 left over. Okay. Suppose the price of coffee goes up by $5. How much coffee will she consume? Goes up to $5, not by $5. To $5. Okay, so we want to change that. I'm gonna hit Format Painter and then just turn all those back to white. Okay, so let's see what she can afford now. She can still afford 2 books and 0 copies, right? She can still afford 1 book and 0 copies. Okay, she can afford 2 coffees only, but then that leaves her with, oh wait, no, that's not true. No, yeah, she can still do that, but then she can do 4 coffees by itself, yeah. She can do 3 copies, that'll be $15. She can do, so I'm just working through what she can do here. 1 book and 1 coffee, that would be $15. 1 book and 2 coffees, she can do that. But she can no longer do this. So now it's 1 book, so that's the highest utility level. 1 book and 3 coffees. Nope, 2 coffees. And she's going to spend $20 exactly. Why does the amount change? Well, because now coffee's more expensive, so she can't get that 3rd cup of coffee. So she cuts back to 2. She gets less total utility. It's not as good for her. Okay. Multiply, I should say multiply there. Multiply the utility received from books and coffee while you're, okay, so we'll, I mean, let's try it. So what you can do with Excel, just copy the whole thing right here, and then we'll delete all of this, and we'll say write a formula. So we're going to go equals this times 10. And we got to make the numbers a little bit bigger. Okay, and then just copy that over there. Okay, that makes sense. then we'll just copy all this down here. Okay, and will your answers to the previous questions change? And it looks like no, they won't, because we didn't change. We just changed the magnitude of everything, and that if you work through exactly the same thing, you're going to get the same answer. Let's just test this out on the first one. So she has $20. Price of a book is $10. Okay, so the best she can do here with books is that one. She could do that. She didn't like that as much. Can she do 2 books and 1 coffee? Yes. She can do 1 book and 1 coffee. No, she can't do that. Sorry, what am I talking about? She can't afford that. She can afford this. She can afford this. She can afford this. And she could afford just 4 coffees. So that would work. And she can afford all of these underneath. So her answer here is still 1 book and 3 copies. So no, it doesn't change because we're still just really looking at total utility and how that changes as she makes an additional purchase or not. Okay. Now, if you get stuck on the math, what you could do, because we're in Excel here, you can go, what's the spending? So what's her total spending? So like how many coffees and how many books, and then I would like put prices right here. So let's say in the first example, the coffee prices were 3 and book prices were 10, and then like this is how many quantity. You can kind of set it up however you want. Quantity. Okay, so move these over here. Okay, so in this case, we bought 3 coffees and 1 book, and we want to know the total spending. So we'll go equals price of 3 times quantity, and then plus price of the book times the quantity of this. If you're concerned that it might get confused about what you're doing, just put those guys in parentheses. It shouldn't, because you're adding the function, but and $19, and that's what we had before. Well, let's change it. What do we want to change the price to $5? That's $25. I can't afford it. So now, can I afford that? Yep. In case you get a different version of the whole, problem, you could say copies are $2, books are $5. Now we got to change what our best option would be. In that case, if books were 5 and copies were only 2, could we afford that one? So that would be, no, we can't get to that one. We could do 4. We can't do that one because that would be $22. Well, here you can punch it into your calculator here. So can I afford 3 and 4? No, because it's $26. What about 2 and 4? No, can't do that. Can I do 1? Can I do 0? Okay, so you could get, so let's do this last one, this last example here. What about 3 books and 1 copy? You can do 3 books and 1 copy. What about 3 books and 2 copies? Can I do 3 books and 2 copies? Yes, I can. Can I do, no, I can't. You can't get to there. Okay, 3 and 3. Nope, can't do 3 and 3, so I can't do that. Can I do 2 books? And yes, this might be a little easier to set up for the initial one if you can't do the math in your head. We can go 2 and 1, 2 and 2, 2 and 3, so I can get all of those. And then 2 and 4. Yeah, I get all those. It looks like the best I can do here with the price of $2 and 5 books would be to get to 76 right there. So that'd be 3 books and 2 coffees. So that's how to do it with a little utility mapping, a little different version of the problem.